Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. We're going to be looking at the numerology and Kabbalah of the month of September 2024. And then in a separate video, I'm going to look at the first week of September from a perspective of astrology. So we're going to do the numerology and Kabbalah right now. Before I get started, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining this wonderful community of fellow seekers and stargazers. And for those who have been with me for years, I really appreciate your loyalty and your energy. Um, I am truly, truly appreciative of all the gifts that come my way through you and through your attention. And, you know, the hope and the light that comes through the journey, this journey taken together. So I want to thank you again. If you are interested in taking a introduction to the Kabbalah class, I will be having that starting September 19th. That's a Thursday. It's a 6-week class. It is held on consecutive Thursdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. If you cannot make it at that time, then we do record all the classes. So even if you can't attend all the classes, you will get all the classes. And this is the first part of a 2-part series. This is sort of the nuts and bolts of the Tree of Life and kind of, getting the language down and the structure of the Tree of Life and the different permutations. And then the second class, which is also a 6-week class, that is generally held after the first one, but usually I give myself a week or so in between. That one is how I work with the Tree of Life, with astrology, with numerology, and with the tarot. So that is also, but you have to take the first class before you can dive into the second class. Okay, so let us get started. There's a link below for that in case you're interested. All right, where am I? Where him? That's where I am. Where him? Okay, I'm sorry. It's been a long week, guys. It's been a long week. All right, and all right, let's get started here. All right. Okay, and we're going to make this nice and big. All right, so we are in September. In fact, I'm doing this on September 1st. I try to get this out before the month, but as I said, it's been a busy month. So here we are, September 1st, looking at the Astrology Kabbalah of September. We're going to be looking at the numbers in the Tree of Life. All right, and so as I have said since January, we are in a 8 universal year vibration, 8 universal year vibration. And on the Tree of Life, that path, the path of the 8, the path of the Strength card, this is associated with the sign of Leo, is on this path right here, right there where it says 2024. This is called the 19th path, the intelligence of the secret of all spiritual activities, all spiritual activities. It's associated with the sign of Leo, excuse me. The Hebrew letter is Taith, which it means snake. And of course, the symbol for this path is the snake. And the snake that they speak of is the Kundalini. It is that life force that sits within our root chakra and rises up as we become more and more awakened. And of course, as this being a year of it's actually a year of awakening. It's also a year of manifestation. 8 is the energy of the law of giving and receiving and the number of manifestation. The presence of the inner spiritual force creeps to the surface and materializes in the waking consciousness. We are waking up to our own power that lies within us, that spiritual power that lies within us. The presence of the creative spirit is perceived. Our ability to co-create with spirit the world that we wish to live in. The presence of the creative spirit is perceived, new potentials and change, new potentials and change. And we certainly at this point in the year have noticed the changes and also the new potentials. Overcoming the lower nature through love and the balance between construction and destruction. In fact, energetically, if we were to overlay the chakra system on the tree of life, which we can do, crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root, we can see that this path is completely in the throat chakra. The throat chakra, Vishuddha, which means purification, is associated anatomically with our thyroid, the master gland, the master of metabolism, as it were. And of course, we have the two types of metabolism, the kind that builds and the kind that breaks down, right? And so it's the balance of the building and the breaking down. Of course, 8, when we put on its side, is the sign of infinity, and we can see that on this depiction of the strength card. As you sow, so shall you reap. And so this is a reaping year for us. And this is part of a 9-year cycle that began in 2017. In 2017, we went into a 10-1 vibration. That was a change vibration. And certainly in 2017, a lot of things changed. Now we come to the point in the cycle of the 8. And so seeds that were planted through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and even 7-year comes to manifestation, as well as all the seeds we plant this year. And so we have quite the garden. Now, when we move into 2025, we will have a full table of all the things that we have manifested. And is at that, and next year we get to decide what we want to keep, to plant into the new 10-1 vibration, which is happening in 2026, and what we want to let go of and release. Okay. Now we are this month in a 9 vibration, and this is a little bit of a preview of next year, really, when you think about it, because next year is a 9-year. So we're in the month of September. Of course, September, even though sept means 7, we're in the 9th month. That's a whole calendar thing that I don't want to discuss. It is associated with the tarot card Virgo, and we can see here on the right we have the Hermit. Did I say the tarot card Virgo? I meant the tarot card the Hermit, which is associated with Virgo. Sorry, long week, as I said. Mercury is direct now, so that's good news. And we can see the Hermit holding up the lantern, and the lantern is the light. It is the light that he has or she has attained by deep introspection. It is a healing vibration. It is the 20th path, the intelligence of the will. It's associated, as I said, with the sign of Virgo, and the Hebrew letter Yod. And this is what a Yod looks like. It's up here. It means hand, the creative hand of God, Goddess, all that is. And the Yod is it's a flame. In fact, Hebrew is a flame language. All the other letters are made up of Yods. So this is sort of the primary energy of creation in the symbol that we have in the vibration of the 9. 9 symbolizes spirit, the spirit energy fully conscious, right? Raising up. So our Kundalini is rising, folks. We are awakening to a new, or we're awakening to who we truly are. It's really an uncovering of our divinity, and that comes through what we would call an apocalypse. An apocalypse is an uncovering. And everybody, I want to say this about that, is everybody is reaching up for, you can see it all over the place, but everybody has a different perspective on what that means. None of it is wrong. None of it is right. It is really what is personal to you. But it is when it becomes, we'll say wrong in quotes, it's when you try to press your spiritual journey on somebody else. Everybody's spiritual journey is their own and needs to be respected in that way. So we can't put down others for having the same instinct to rise up to the spirit, um, if they just happen to call their god, goddess, all that is, by a different name. Um, so the hermit, which is associated with this, is the light in the darkness. He lights the way for all seekers. He is the guide, but conveys the message that each one walks the path alone. The power of 9 is extraordinary wisdom. The answers lie within. On this path, the love of goodness is awakened in the hero. Awakened in the hero. And we can see here that this is the path of the 9. So we have the 2024 path, the 8 path. And here we have the 9 path. And this month we have this path connecting the Sephiroth of Jupiter, and Jupiter is now in Gemini, and to the Sephiroth of the Sun, which the Sun this month will be in Virgo and in Libra, right, when we have the equinox. All right, so let's continue. And then, of course, I take both those numbers, the 9 and the 8, and I add them together, and we get a 17-8 vibration. So the vibration, the specific vibration for this month, September 2024, is the 17-8, which in the tarot is the star, right? The star, the card associated with the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, the sign of raising all boats. Now you might say, oh, that's great. Pluto's in Aquarius. Well, Pluto's in Aquarius for a very small period of time in September, because right around, I think, 8 o'clock or a little past 8 on the East Coast here, Pluto moves back into Capricorn, and Pluto will be in Capricorn until the 20th of November. So about 2.5 months. And in that time, we'll be looking at the United States elections. So that's going to be very interesting for everyone. So let's talk about the star. It says this vibration can do and accomplish anything that you are willing to make sacrifices for. Remember, the 1 and the 7 equals the 8. Any number, in fact, that is added to 9, the 9 sort of disappears, and the vibration comes up again, right? The 8, the 17-8. So it has this as you sow, so shall you reap energy. But there's a little bit of a different vibe with this one than there is with the plain 8, or the pure 8, I guess we should say. I don't think there's anything plain about 8 on the tree of life. This is lower in the tree. In fact, this is an 8 that's found in the lower part of the tree. If we look at the tree here, this Netzach, which is the Sephiroth of Venus, that's why I have Venus there, Hod, the Sephiroth of Mercury, Isad, the Sephiroth, here we go, the Sephiroth of the Moon, and Malkuth, the Sephiroth of Earth. These 4 Sephiroth are part of the lower self, the part of us that comes in with us as we incarnate. And then we have the higher self, which is located up here. This is the soul triad, and this is the supernal triangle. And so from here up, we have the higher self here. We have the higher self and the lower self here, but it does blend in a balanced way. This is the mediating influence connected to the sun. And the sun, of course, is going to be in the sign of Virgo, which is healing, and Libra, which is balance, okay, this month. And so everything above Tiphareth is considered the higher spiritual, higher self, spiritual self, soul, and everything below is considered the lower self. And so this this 17-8 vibration, this 8, is in the lower self. It connects the Sephiroth of the moon with the Sephiroth of Venus. The interesting thing about the moon and Venus is that the moon and Venus are the two feminine archetypes in astrology, in at least the 10 planets that most people work with. There's only two feminine archetypes. That would be Venus and the moon. And so when we're in the 17-8 vibration, it really is connecting the moon, our emotions, our feelings, with Venus, which is also our emotions and feelings. So this can be a very emotional time. It's also a time of the feminine and an ability to feel your feelings and build a foundation upon, because Yesod is the foundation, build a foundation upon the feelings that you have. In order for you to access your higher self, this is the path of meditation. And so it says here, this vibration can do and accomplish anything you're willing to make a sacrifice for. You are a natural leader and can pioneer the spiritual truth on the material plane. Your success will depend on tuning into the spiritual gifts and understanding of the invisible realm. Okay, we can see in this, I love this star card. It's one of the more different star cards, but you can see she is holding the string to her heart as she's sending the Hebrew letter for this path is Zadi, which means fishhook. So it's like you're throwing in your line into the great cosmic sea and connecting. This is also about finding your guiding star. If you're not sure yet what it is that you're here to do, this is a month to connect with that, to meditate on that. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Perhaps you'd like to get a reading from somebody, an astrologer, or myself, a Kabbalist astrologer, numerologist, whoever, just to sort of realign your sense of purpose with yourself. Your talents and gift must be used and made applicable for humanity. Okay, so this is very exciting. And this is associated with Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your chart anywhere, that gets activated. So although Pluto is moving out of Aquarius this month, everybody has Aquarius somewhere in their chart, right? And so wherever Aquarius is, this can be a focus for you. I happen to have Aquarius in my seventh house. So my ability to listen, my ability to relate to others. I also have my South Node in Aquarius. And so it's possible that this month I will have people from my past come into my life, or I will need to understand in part my past. And that is something else I want to bring up. This side of the tree is the past, this is the future, and this is the present moment. And the paths that are activated, okay, first of all, the 8 path here bridges the future and the past. This path brings the wisdom of the past lives. This is the place of the Akashic records into your conscious awareness. You know, your sun is what you're conscious of. It's kind of your reason for being, really. It is about being the sun. And then over here, we have this path connecting the pillar of the past to the pillar of the present. And so we can access, and this is feelings and emotions, and this can be a healing journey, right? This is all a healing journey. So this is a very exciting month, exciting in a different way than the last couple of months, but a time of great power, a time of meditation, a time of standing, being responsible for yourself, and taking the action steps that you need to get where you want to go. But you need to have a vision. So if you don't have the vision yet, explore, meditate, imagine the world that you want to live in. Imagine the life that you want to live. How do you want to feel each day? That's a good question. You want to feel fulfilled? You want to feel healthy? You want to feel loved? Visualize it. Because without the vision, the universe can't fill in the details, guys. All right. Well, that's what I want to say about September. If you check out my morning astrology walks through the garden, that could be helpful to you. We do have a new moon coming up right away. And we also have a full moon that is part of the eclipse season. So the eclipse season is about to begin. These are the South Node eclipses. So we're going to be really sort of letting go of the past through these eclipses. And we also have this month, we have the equinox when the light and the dark are equal, a balance point. And so do your best, and I will see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Much love. Namaste.